great blind pick, and I said before I want Zeus in a with a pick where he can just be okay, right? Like he knows I can play neutralizer, I can be fine. I don't need to carry, I don't need to make big plays, and I think a player who just turned 17 and is playing the third game in a super pivotal best of 5, yes please, or a best of 3, sorry, might go for a dive there. I do feel like it's a little bit risky.
Yeah, B-drop comes in. That's going to be the tumble, gets them out of the way. Only level 5, so no solar flares as the teleports come on in. Carrier trying to get as much CC as possible and actually gets the first blood. It's a disastrous Rich just delivered under the turret. Gumayushi grabs a kill, and it's all going wrong for Nongshim. They get 1 kill onto Carrier, but it still looks really good. The ulti comes down, but Gumayushi locks down the kill. It's a double for the Vayne. And now Faker rotates in, looks to try and lock down Doctom where he can. The Seraphine trying to run as Faker's already moving over to try and kill her as he takes down the Kai'Sa. And now Kellen's going to be dead as well. It's a big old thumbs up for Zeus. A double kill for the man in the mid lane. And Elam's just farming mid, trying to do what he can, and it's a disaster for Nongshim.
Nongshim, why? Why would you don't need to dive them there. You're already building such a big lead in this bot lane. And then you have Faker on his Orianna. So neither of those things are good for Nongshim.
Oh yeah, this is a disaster. His turret plates over to Faker. He had double buffs. Red buff is going to wear off, but this is still just dominance. And we talk about this so often in these control mage matchups. Mid lane control is just so powerful, and they down to about 300 as a shockwave just to soften up the Syndra. That forces a reset. That gets a free Drake over to T1, and it's once again just really good early control of the map. And we need to see this fast. They're going to have some CDR on their ultimates. That's good news. As Bay is going to turn back up. He doesn't have a flash, remember. Scatter the Weak is good, but there's a Ragnarok. And that is going to be a very dead Syndra. Faker comes over for the support. And this is some pretty Olaf gaming, absolutely.
You will not be missed. 11.3. Gumayushi needs to be really respectful here. I think
Yep, there's the ulti. Kellen finds it. No! Not able to get the extra spell as Carrier does turn up. And it looks like with Olaf coming down,
wow,
Gumayushi is going to be able to even get the minion wave as well. Voitsick, oh, God, I was scared. Okay, in he goes. Doctom gets the cleanse and will be able to keep himself alive. Yeah, just a little bit greedy there from Gumayushi, unfortunately. As now Rich, trying to stop Zeus from dirty farming underneath this turret, just calls in the Ornhorn for the dive. Rich going down relatively low, doesn't quite have the Ornhorn available as the teleport is going to be drawn out, and Bay is going to continue to sack that lane even further. He's already lost his turret. Real dangerous times as Gumayushi not going to be caught shopping. And Peanut looking to try and stop them here. Did walk over Vision. Game number 3. As the Cloud does go over to Peanut. Zeus now found by Rich, who does have a decent horn angle. As Faker finds Peanut on the backside. It is going to be the tower taken down, though, as Shirley gets a lot of work done. As they have really driven all the way up this mid lane. The K-Ram is no joke. Flash forward, gets the flash out of Bay immediately. And that is actually going to be very valuable as T1 move further forward. But now Ellen may be in trouble. Has Ragnarok, of course. Offers a fair bit of damage back onto Peanut and doesn't actually have to press his R button. And so T1 just walk out.
I don't think that was necessary.
Peanut not going to get slowed down just yet. Chemtank comes through as he's trying to fight Zeus here, but he's pretty tanky right now. Going to flash himself out. Cathian Rain definitely showing us that Doctom is scary, but Killer Instinct now on cooldown.
Yeah, that was a weird sequence of events. I guess you go to, like, what, Hyper after that?
I don't know. This is something that we can debate at another time. Right now, we do have another K-Ram as Peanut looking for a flanking position as we've got a lot of jockeying happening as these mid-waves are getting wiped out. Looks like T1 has a bit more control there. As Carrier and Elam just trying to stick on the front line. Zeus doing the same thing. Faker
look at the Faker
on the backside. Yeah, keep your eye on that one. See whether the shockwave is going to be pivotal, as this is going to be our fight. Nongshim do have Cloud Soul point after this one if they do manage to lock this one down. Even levels on our junglers. Let's see who's going to win this poke war. The orbs coming on in. You can see Bay just trying to get as many of them on the ground as possible. Make sure that Scatter the Weak is as scary as it can be. just throwing through as many as he can. There are so many buttons being pressed, and now Rich pulls the trigger. That's a triple knock-up, and in goes the charm as well. But T1, they keep themselves in it. Shockwave only lands onto Peanut, who soaks a lot of damage and will be taken down. Now Gumayushi trying to take the fight into his own hands, and Bay gets back to the rest of his team. It is going to be Dragon traded for an Udyr, and I think that might be okay for either side. Both of them just going to back away.
I thought for a second that T1 was going to make the move on Baron there. They might try to guide this wave in.
Oh my god, just gets chunked. The teleport to come forward as well from T1. Now Doctor going to have to get out. Yeah, exactly. They're looking for this one as Zeus body slams over, gets the slow into Doctorm immediately. That gets cleansed. Kellen's going to get slowed down. In goes Carrier. Finds Doctorm on the backside, who has to Killer Instinct and Flash to get himself out. Faker flashes forward, tries to find Doctorm, doesn't quite have enough damage. And it looks like Nongshim are going to get themselves out of this one. But man, this is getting real dicey real fast on both sides.
And this is what we were saying before. It's all about valuable.
Yeah, well, we're going to look for it once again as there's the Shockwave. Doesn't do too much as Peanut's able to soak a lot of that damage. That's the Ornhorn from Rich on the backside. Carrier looking to try and make his way out as this Olaf is massive. Peanut will be taken down. Zeus here. Another brick wall that Nongshim have to get through. And it looks like they're running out of resources in order to do so. And you saw, this is what happens. Doctorm doesn't have his summoner spells, and it means he cannot get into these fights as effectively.
There is no smite.
Yeah. Peanut's dead. This Baron starting to go down pretty quickly. This will be a 4v5. We'll see whether Baron is going to work out for Nongshim as there are low health bars. Gumayushi's is at full as now Rich gets body slammed. Doesn't have the Ornhorn, remember, as they will be just taking down this Baron. It's the Olaf able to lock it down, and Rich just too far forward. Unfortunate for the top laner of Nongshim, and they couldn't pull the trigger. They didn't have enough triggers to pull.
And it looked like such a good fight for Nongshim at the start.
Now the lead for T1, a 3,000 Baron power play, and they still have a minute and a half left. They split pushing on the top side of the map, but T1, they're trying to break open the base, and you can see this inhibitor turret is still limping from before.
Alan?
Yep, Alan's just doing some limit testing here, seeing how many turret shots that he can take and shrug off. And I think the number is quite large, by the way. As, now Bay's going to have to come back, because, yeah, this push is continuing. Nexus turrets are now under fire. As the rest of Nongshim...
better of it, just get some resources out from the jungle. And I think this is going to be a slow-paced game. I think T1 is going to play this for, like, you know, sometimes you can make plays and you're like, yeah, this is a 70-30. Don't think T1's going to do that here. This is a pivotal game for their spirit. And if this one gets turned around on you, where you're like a pretty commanding lead, right? You have a really good front-to-back teamfight composition. You don't need to force anything. If you lose this one, it will be bad. It will be really, really bad for your mental and for the state of the team.
No, precisely. We do have that Megalodon Slayer in. Doctorm has put that one together for himself. So thankfully Rich has started to dole out some of these items, so the gold lead's going to mean less and less as the game goes on. As Peanut, possibly caught in the wrong position, takes a blast cone but gets body slammed for it. Slowed down there as now Gumayushi looking to get on top of him. Killer Instinct comes in as Doctorm moves out of the way, cleanses. The barrel goes completely wide, but Peanut still going to be taken down. Now Elam finds himself in the front line. Carrier trying to be a hero as Doctorm will be taken down on the back end. Rich trying to flash away as Gumayushi takes position on the front line. Elam gets rid of the Seraphine in like 1 or 2 axes. She is so squishy. Bay's going to get slowed down, and I think that this is going to be the game. It's a great stopwatch from Bay, but unfortunately he's dead as an afterthought. Rich finds the fountain, but he's not going to get anything done there, and I think T1 may have got the monkey off their back. They might be able to take down a game 3 in what feels like forever. They will do it. Their eyes set now on these Nexus turrets.
The 600th game of the living legend in the mid lane, Faker. A justified win, 41 here, after what can only be described as a series that was so binary in their performance, right? Like game 1, game 3, and look at these players, right? Like,
yeah, man.
We're already feeling the relief as Gumayushi gets to his gigantic